Sip sunshine, hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm Coy Wire. This is CNN 10. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And what you like to celebrate this holiday in the US? Did you know Cinco de Mayo is not a federal holiday here or even in Mexico? It's actually most of your run Mexico state, Puebla, to celebrate Mexico's victory of the French forces at Battle of Puebla on May 1st, 1862. As the year went on, many Mexican American communities southwest began holding Cinco de Mayo celebrate this year in United States. And over time, the holiday became popularized as a cultural celebration and Mexican heritage and tradition that you know today. The more you know. Now that we've kicked off the show with that fun Cinco de Mayo fact to get on the minds right, so knowledge and information, your 10 minutes of news starts now. We begin today with student loans. When a college student cannot afford to pay for their tuition, whether to scholarship, fresh, or harder in saving, they can turn to the government to borrow money and pay it back to actually graduate. And the COVID-19 pandemic hit the US. The federal government decided to give colleges students a break and said they could hit pause to pay those loans back every month and without any extra punishment for paying them up later. Well, 5 years later, that pause is coming to an end. And today, students have to paying off that debt. Here's White House press secretary on the matter. The student offer is controlled by the federal. Yeah. What you make us a high school graduate? It's time to turn over this. All right, let's take a moment to discuss amongst the stuff. Press that pause because if you had to put your politician cap on, what do you think? Should the government let some of these students off the hook? If so, why? If not, what are some of the reasons the students should pay the money they owe? Also, what types of question might this topic bring about the cost of college tuition and paying for it in general? Now to a stunning story of survival in South America. Bolivian officials say three women, a child, and an airplane pilot will rescue Friday morning, 2 days after the small plane crashed into the Amazon jungle into an alligator-infested swamp. The pilot said he believed Jeffrey Pugh from the crash plane likely deterred this alligator from coming too close to the lesson, with practically water under a knee, and with creation of chocolate and cassava flour. The four local bishop spotted the group and called for help. The Bolivian Defense Ministry, they said about an hour after takeoff, the pilot reported technical issues before all contact with the aircraft was lost. The group was airlifted to Trinidad, their original destination. 10-second trivia. What European nation was home to the first training for celebrate dogs in law enforcement? Belgium, Germany, Lithuania, or France? If you said Belgium, put your hands up. They're all your canine training facilities starting at Belgium in 1899. They trained Belgian sheepdog and wolfhounds to the method that became the basis for the first canine units Europe and the US. The roles of canine helpers expand is to not only help police and military unit, but also save a life when a conflict is over. Because even when fighting ends, many communities in conflict areas face the threat of landmines and other military ammunition that was fired but maybe didn't detonate as planned. One facility in Bosnia trains these dogs, the experts sniffing out the component on explosive weapon. And they've been sent to conflict zones across the globe, including Ukraine, which is in third gear for Russia. Our Isabel Isales tells us more. Sit, stay, search. At the Bosnian facility, more than five and natural syntax. The king came here. Thanks satellite run by Elon Musk, which changed the warfare in Ukraine. Sped up Wi-Fi on airplane and now connecting the most of more corner of the world. Nick Payne was travel into Brazil to see what it was like there locked in for the very first time. Like, should be the children. Where's capital? Rio de Janeiro. Global pop icon Lady Gaga drone the free concert from more than 2.1 million fans at Copacabana Beach. There's no official tally, but that will make it one of the biggest shows of the career. Before the show, Gaga surprised the fans who she calls a little monster with a rehearsal performance. Listen, I know that it's the burst to its economy. More than half a million tourists travel to Rio to attend the massive concert. That's more than twice the numbers city expected. Today's story did get the 10 out of 10 Olympic gymnast with a vaulting ambition to turn some young kids' worlds upside down. 21-year-old Fraser Richard of Boston, Massachusetts, to Tacoma teen bronze at last summer Paris game just to go lead by the world record for most consecutive backflips in 24 hours. He did 1,111 flips live stream each and every jump, talk, and stick. Guinness has to formally acknowledge it, but the recognition really what is important. Whole point of this TikTok campaign was to raise money to send gymnastics equipment to kids in Uganda. We broke down with a coming up, bring their donations community more accessible across the entire continent of Africa in its lifetime. We are floored by a storyteller. Freddy Cupid has a flipping out. Why the tumbling from the possibility and raise the bars with a means to give back you beaming positivity. And the world record holder is quite stable across the entire continent of Africa in its lifetime. We are floored by a story of Freddy Cupid has a flipping out with a tumbling Plums of possibility and raise the bars what it means to give back you are beaming what positivity. And a world record holder has quite the rings to it. Alright, time to show some love to one of you. Today's shout out goes to Mrs. A Special Educational Classes, Sinus Middle School in Oklahoma, Illinois. Rise up. Thank you for starting your record. Awesome. Thanks everyone subscribing and comments in CNN YouTube channel for your shout out request. Let's do it again tomorrow, shall we? I'm Corey Wire and we are CNN. Can you see that? The iPhone 15 Pro Max Black Titanium. Yeah, I know. I used the iPhone 16 Plus recently, but it's gone. I sold it. Yeah. Oh, I don't wanna I don't wanna explain it, but eventually I choose it. It's my last really last my mobile phone maybe